Sorry, need a little drink of water. I just took my pills, my morning pills, so it was one didn't want to go down all the way. You know how those are. Hope everybody's having a nice morning so far. Today, what we're going to do, hey Georgina, is we're going to work again on our bird and flower suncatcher. Now, this one wants to be naughty. There we go. So we have our, hi Anita, we've gotten this far so far. It needs to hang and straighten itself a little bit. We've got our first, hi Heather, red bird strand done. We now need to do the other strands. Now we know that we're not going to get finished because I need 2 more red birds to finish it up. But those will be coming. I have ordered them. So once we get what we can do today finished, which is the 2 strands and then a partial, the last strand is a partial that I've got 1 bird. So I need to get the second bird from Beadbox Bargains before we can finish it. But we're going to, after we do what we can on this one, we're going to start a new one. And we're going to use some of the rosary chain from out of our Christmas Critters Christmas box from Thunder Horse Descendant. And I'm going to split it, put some crystals in between it in some places. Hi, Mary. Hi, Miranda. Hey, Heather. And then when we get to that point, we will, as I say, we will add, we're going to put that in a loop. Well, we'll show you when we get to that point. Here's a little flyaway this morning. I washed it before I went to bed last night, and sometimes it gets a little bit not wanting to behave. Anyway, so you're designing with your Christmas box today as well. That's cool. I've had the things I have made, I have had fun with. As you know, we made the one necklace with the chips and the tiger's eye. Let's see if I can pull that one out quickly. There it is. We made this little beauty with the chips and the tiger's eye and some of the others. Hey, Cynthia. And put a magnetic clasp on this one. Then I think we've made a few other things as well. We made the 2 hair barrettes, and I know there's something else, but it's escaping me. But we have been having fun with it. I have enjoyed using it, so I imagine we'll get back into it some more after. Well, we are, because we're going to make the suncatcher with the chain. So let's turn down, and we will get working on our suncatcher we're working on, our birds. And like I say, I have enough to do 2 more strands. And then we will go on to, we'll just hang it up until we can finish it whenever the birds come, so that we can finish it, so we can show you exactly what it's going to do. So let's turn down, get those strands made, and onto the suncatcher, and then it will sit and hang until the other birds come, and then we'll finish it. So anyway, we're going to turn down now. Down, there we go. There's our mat. Give it a little bit more up here. Down. Hopefully we're clearer today than we were yesterday. Looks like maybe somewhat. Yeah, it looks pretty clear. That's good. So anyway, we're going to get some of our line out here. It needs to be a relatively good size piece because this is our long strand that we're making. So we want to get out our little baggies. I believe this is the one that is just a partial. Yes, it is. So these two have everything we need. This one is for the ending, which we will not be able to do today. So it might as well go right back in the bag, but I'll do that later. So anyway, let's grab one of these bags, dump it out, and start getting our strands worked up here. So we're going to start at the bottom here with our little crystal. And hopefully I won't forget a spacer like we did yesterday. Hey, Mary. You're not getting anything done fast, huh, Mary? Yeah, I think it looks better than yesterday, which is good. I'm not sure what was going on yesterday. I think it was an internet issue. Um, I know that they had done some work on our internet and it was shut down for a while, but it was supposed to be all back up and running good yesterday, but I don't think it was. But it seems to be better today. So we'll get these two strands that can be finished. Oh, come on. And then we will get them hooked on and do what we can of the other strand. I know we won't be able to finish it, but we should be able to at least get it, some degree of it finished. And then we'll move over to our other project that we're going to work on. I love the shimmer in these crystals. They're really pretty. If you make a suncatcher similar to this one with all the legs like this, when you design the first one and you have it all set up, it is a lot easier. Uh-oh. Where's the second crystal? Did I not put a second crystal in here? Oh, there it is, hiding behind that strand. When you go and you're going to break for like we did, it is so much simpler if you take a little baggie and get everything you need in said baggie, and then you can just dump that out when you go to start again and just move up the line with it. It makes life much simpler because you already have everything you need right there and done up. So I would advise it if you have to break off for whatever reason that you do that. That way you know you have everything you need and you have not got to go searching for anything. You've got them there, and it's very helpful. This is obviously, I think, the one I stuck a couple of extra daisy spacers in. I tend to do that sometimes when I'm using small things because let's face it, I seem to always have a case of the dropsies. So this is what we still need. These are extras, unless I forgot to put something in, which I don't think I did. So now I'm comparing, making sure everything looks good. It does. So we'll get our crimp, and we're just going to do a little loop here on this end. And since I know I'm going to cut this extra line off, I don't want a ton of extra line hanging there. Normally I do, yeah, that's about the right size. Normally I do try to leave some line so I can go back through the beads, but I'm very aware that this one will not. It does not go through the little pink bead. It doesn't go two lines through. So now we're going to get this up to where we stopped, and we're just going to cut a little bit of the little bit of line. We want some to go through our crimp tubes, but we don't need a lot. So we're going to cut that off right there. Take our jump ring and we'll put our birds on one of the places where we have a loop that does not have anything on it. Oops, I obviously tried to turn that the wrong way. No, I didn't. What's going on with you? Why didn't you turn? Okay, 2 strands in. Now we'll do our third. This chain really likes to twist up in its in the strands pieces down here for some reason. There we go. 2 strands going. Now this is a bit busy. If you don't like something that's busy, this wouldn't be for you. Hi, Dawn. Thank you, Jan. Looks like I missed a few people while I was working on that. Hey, Jan. Oh, yeah, Mary, it probably was a solar flare. Actually, considering we've been having solar flares, I should try getting out at night and seeing if we're having any northern lights. We did a few weeks ago, but of course it was all cloudy and we couldn't see anything. Isn't that the way it always goes, it seems? Okay, so we need to twist this so I can see this again. Make sure we get it done right. You heard it, it's free to like, yes. Well, Mary is a wonderful name for this time of the year, especially. uh, I have seen them where they've added more than one together, the snowflakes. And when you add 2, I don't mind it. But when they add 3, it doesn't look like a snowflake to me anymore. It looks more like a firework. Hi, Carolyn. So I take it by that comment, Jan, that you don't get to see me live very often, because I am live every weekday at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. Yeah, when it's not cloudy. Exactly, Georgina, when it's not cloudy. But we had some gorgeous ones that showed up really early, and I missed them because I don't expect them to show up real early like they did. And I had all kinds of friends say, "Look what I saw coming home from work," and I'm like, "What the heck?" And I go out to look, and they're gone. Doesn't that figure? But because they really don't generally last very long. Though I gotta say, when I visited friends up in northern Saskatchewan quite some time ago, the northern lights were out every night, it seemed like, and they were gorgeous. And if you've never been really up north, all of the ones I saw all the time I was up there were white. They didn't have colors to them like we get down here. Um, Down here, we get reds and greens, and so they're really pretty. But when I was in northern Canada, the ones I saw were white, and it was really weird because they make sounds, and and I have never heard the sounds down here that like I heard up in Canada with the white ones. And I was on a Indian reservation at the time because the friend I was visiting was Cree Indian, and so they have their belief is that the northern lights are actually spirits um, that have come back to talk to them, and that's why you can hear sounds in the from the northern lights when you're far up north. So it was an interesting cultural thing um, up there. So, but they are just gorgeous. Okay, I think we're to the second crystal. Oh, the edges of the bay have frozen areas. Now, that doesn't happen very often with the sea unless it gets really cold, um, which is just amazing. Oh, heck, some of the lakes up here hardly ever freeze, and then some of them freeze like nobody's business. So it's sort of interesting to watch and see which one's going to freeze, which one's not going to freeze. But you never know. So, hmm, that one has something in it. Maybe good thing we have extras. Now, this one doesn't have a lot of crystals in it, just the ones we've added here, and in the blue strand, we've added one there. However, let's compare, make sure we've got it good. We're going to put one of those big crystals like we did on the pink one. on the end of this one to add that rainbow effect that is just special to me. A sun catcher is not a sun catcher if it doesn't throw rainbows. So we got to have some rainbow effect. Come on, baby, go up there. I have fuzzy on my fingers. I think I've had a cat on my mat. Which in my household, well, actually, it is sort of weird. Only 2 cats will get out of the 4 will get up on my mat. And they don't do it very often. And I think this one was Lily because that fuzz was a grayish color, whereas Winter is black. So if it had been Winter, it would have been black. So, and frankly, Lily is the one that gets up on the most because she's young. She hasn't learned yet that I don't appreciate her up there. I was pretty far north. What is the town that's closest to where I was at? Meadow Lake. It's way up by a lake up north. As I said, I was on the Northern Cree Reservation, so we were up there quite a ways. It's been many, many years, so I'm pretty sure it was Meadow Lake. And that might have been Alberta, not Saskatchewan. But it was real far north. But and the lake was frozen over 3/4 all the time we were there. The whole lake was frozen. They had told us if we didn't want to drive down to the city, we could actually take snowmobiles down on the lake. We're like, not sure we trust it that much, but so now we've got 3 of the strands in place. We're just missing our 4th, and we can cut the wire and put what we can of this one on before we quit with this one. So it looks like it needs to be about that long. So we'll just cut it off here. And we can't start from the bottom on this one now because we do not have everything we need. So we're going to get everything out. We'll start from the top. Here's where it hooks on at, right here. And we'll bead from the top as opposed to from the bottom until we get to the point where we have to be done. So we're going to start with this pink one here. Oops, put a bead stopper on, Rose, or you'll be losing them. Oh, wow. That's amazing, Anita. Yeah, when the night that I missed seeing them, that my friends were telling me they were showing up at like 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening instead of the normal way late, like 11, 12, 1, 2. Oh, so you do know where it is. Good, good, good. That's cool. So yeah, it's pretty far north. But they were telling me that they were they were going all the way down to Arizona. I had friends in Page, Arizona that showed me pictures that they'd got them down there. So yeah, if we're having bad solar flares again, they could really, really go low. in the, in the hemisphere. So, oh, that would be wonderful. I'm going to check that out. Mary, oh, Mary, you live in the Netherlands, don't you? I would think that you could see them. But anyway, we're going to start from the tops, which means this little guy. Yeah, come here, you. And then I think it's the blue one. We have our contingent of international folks on today. We have Anita, who's from South Africa, and Mary, not Mary, yeah, Mary is from in the Netherlands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're below sea level. Oh, how interesting. I hadn't realized it made a difference where you were as far as sea level was concerned. But yeah, it was very, very cool. We'd go outside and watch them when we were there. And like I said, they were all white when we were there anyway. Everything we saw was white. And they made these interesting, almost like moaning, crackling sounds. And it was it was different. And they don't do that here. Anyway, I've never heard them. Of course, even though I've lived here for almost 30 years here in northern Montana, I haven't actually seen them that many times. My daughter has seen them more than me, and I'm always telling her, if they're out and I'm asleep, wake me up. I want to see them again. But she never does. So this is our only red bird that we have. So we'll have to quit when we get right here on this strand. Come here, you. And that's it. That's as far as we can go. So we're going to, even though we have the leaves and things, we're still missing that other bird. So we can't go any further than this. So we'll compare, make sure we've got these all right. Looks like we do. We'll put a bead stopper on this other side here. Put these guys back in the little baggie I took them out of. Put them aside here. Now we're gonna, oops, I missed this one. Don't want to miss your beads. Yeah, that is really cool, isn't it, Mary? That we can live all over the world and still chat like we are right now. Yes, it will be. And frankly, I had more or less the pink one that we made a few weeks back. I sent that to my mom. I knew it was going to be about $220 if I sold it. And well, actually more like 225, but whatever. So I had it hanging here after I finished it, because if you'll recall, when we worked on it, I had one missing crystal. And I did get that crystal and finished it up. But when I figured its pricing, it was going to be about $225. And so I was debating taking it to any of my shows. And the hot air balloon we did some time ago, which took us hours to make. That one I figured is more like $350 going to be. And I don't know about this one, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be in the 200 range also because of all of the flowers and birds and stuff. So okie dokie, you guys slide up here. And now we'll hook it into place. And we'll have to finish it when we get the other red birds. So we will hang it up and I will get its extra beads and stuff that we need for it in a bunched up like I have been doing. And we will, it goes right here. This is my last free loop. There we go. And it'll go here. So until we get our other birds, we can't finish this up. So, but when it does, it's going to come together like this down here at the bottom, like the other strands did. And then we'll put our leaf and our bird. And I've been debating putting all 3 birds down on the bottom down here, just because. But I think it might be cool looking. And then a big crystal at the very bottom. So we're going to hang this one up. Let it settle because they're bunched a little bit. And we will get out the stuff for our next little project. Well, first I'm going to put these guys in a slightly bigger baggies and hang them up beside our suncatcher so that we don't get them mixed up, and we have them close by when we go on to the next, when we go to finish it up. So here are our beads. Thank you. Well, it could go in a garden. I used Softflex, and Softflex, it takes to the weather just fine. It won't harm it at all, so that would be fine to put it out there. Now, one thing I just decided I wanted from out of our Christmas bin here are these clear crystals that are in here. Get the rest of it back in here. We made some earrings, didn't we? Because, oh yeah, we made the earrings with the moose. I almost forgot about that. I knew I had made something else. So what I'm going to do with this, no, I don't want you guys, is we're going to take our band. This is, again, the band I got from Auntie's Beads. Cost me $1.75. Excuse me. Silver-plated bangle charm bracelet with 16 closed rings, 65 millimeter. This is its SKU number up here at the top. I don't know if they have any left again. Dawn let me know when she found that they were in again, so I bought me, I think we bought 3 or 4 more. So this was the birds, and is 1. This is going to be 2. So what I'm going to do with this, oh, we need to get the chain out to put across the top too, is, actually we could just use this. Maybe we will. What, Lily? Do I know Georgina? Yes, I know Georgina. Auntie's beads. Just a sec. I'll show you the if you want to do a screenshot or something so you can see the get the information. There it is. So anyway, what I'm going to do, and I might just do that, just use this chain to keep going up to the top too. I might wait to do the top piece until we see how much I've got here. Because what I want to do is I want to take and do every other strand here. And maybe we'll go over further. Then we would put, But what I want to do is I'm going to do a loop. Or we could just, instead of looping them like I was thinking of doing, just put it on and then let it dangle down so far and then put a larger crystal down here. But I'm going to break it every once in a while. We're going to use these little ones and make some more loops in here, and we'll break it every once in a while and put one of the crystals in. So my original plan, like I was thinking, was going like this and then putting a bead strand right here in the middle with a crystal at the bottom, a bigger crystal. It wouldn't be a very long bead strand because it would. But at the same time, if we do that, let's see here. We have 16, so every fourth one is going to have to be the chain. Right here and here to go up to the top. Well, let's get some of these made. I want to do them, and then we'll think about that. Where's my silver eye pins? Come here, silver eye pins. Oh, there are some in here, but I don't know if there'll be enough, but we'll see. Oh, no running away. Where's my looper? Hey, Donna. Yeah, mine does the same thing. She does to my husband. I hear him her in the middle of the night because he tends to get up really early. He goes to bed early, gets up early, and so the minute he gets up, she starts screaming at him that she needs to be fed, which is a bunch of hooey. She doesn't, but she feels like she needs to. They also like, half of them are daddy's babies. They want to have his attention. Couldn't care less about me 3/4 of the time, but if he's at home, he has to pay attention to him. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to make. Hey, Angel. Good to see you, babe. Oops, missed the trash can. That one didn't close all the way. I have to remember to close it later. Come on, Baggy. Open up just a little bit more so we can get some of these out. I got 3 more pins out. Might as well do them up. Uh-oh, something didn't sound good there. I think I may have broke that crystal. Yep, it did, right there. So, in the trash with you. Okay. We'll temporarily stop making crystals because we're going to decide now where I want to break my chain to put in crystals. Yeah, it saves mine too. And the thing is, I am crappy at making simple loops, and I'm notorious for like uh, cutting too much wire or not enough wire when I cut them. So I'm sort of picky on where I put them. Now I got to decide how many I want to, where I want to take it off at to get the put the crystal in. I don't want 2, maybe 3. I think 5 would be too many. So I think we'll just go with 2, with 3 here. Come on, stay down in place so I can get this on. I think that one actually closed pretty much all the way. I'll give it a little squish just to make sure. So now we've added one crystal on here. And there is one other thing I sometimes do, and that is, where are they? Do I have them close by here? I thought they were, but I'm not seeing them. I like to add a little decorative ring sometimes in my rosary chain too. It gives a pretty little. So I got to decide how big of a loop I want to make here with these. So I think with this one, we'll just add crystals. So every third one, we're going to open it up until we run out of crystals. Come here, open up. Close. Now, is this side closed all the way? Yeah, it is. That's cool. So, get this one open. I may just go down and just every third one, just open it up and put a crystal in before I decide how long of a loop I want to put in. So, would be this one. Good. Both sides look good on that one. This one needs closed. This one looks good. It's funny how it does that. Most of the time it leaves to me anyway, it usually leaves the loop part way open. These have been behaving pretty well. Though I did notice one of them I just put down still had a slightly open loop. So come on, you would be go down here. So that was the one that was partially open still. These little wood beads are cool, but they weirdly slide more than the agate beads do. Oh, come on. There we go. Dump things on the ground, Rose. Oh, one of my arms came off. I have to fix that. Drives me nuts when they come off. It's weird because when I first put these on, they used to bug me. And now that they've been on for a while, it bugs me when they're off. But That's a really pretty agate. Okay, we're right there. When I put the what we have here on, we'll decide how big of loops we want to go as far as my loops to the side to side. Because then the other one will be, oops, tried to bend that the wrong way. It's not good. I messed up this loop when I opened it because I opened it sideways instead of straight open. And so there we go. Where are you at? Put two more these last two crystals on that we have made, and we'll see how big of a droop we want and such. Yeah, the crystal does make it brighter. One more to put on, and then we're going to go to looping it through our pieces here. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this one is we could just leave it dropped down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it to one of these. Then we're going to decide on a droop, how big of a droop we want. And then we will, actually I shouldn't have put all the crystals on because I just noticed something I want to do now. That might be deeper than I want it to be. I have to think about it here. But Get some jump rings out. And get this first one hooked on. And I'd really like to know where my piece went here, but we'll find it later. So pick a loop, any loop, and then put your chain on it. And then we got to decide, like I said, how big of a drape we want this to have. A little drape, a big drape. Maybe there. About like that. Of course, the other one is now going to start at the crystal, which is all right. It's not a big deal. In fact, we got to take it off. So we'll just take it off here. And we could just take the crystal entirely off and put it in a different spot if we wanted to do that. But now we're going to hook this section here. To our third spot here. Now we're going to the third spot because the middle spot will go down into the middle to make our middle drop like we've been making on the other stuff that we've done. And then this one is going to go for our chain up to the top. So we're just going to do little drops like this, 4 of them. I'm going to take this one back off of here. We'll set this crystal aside for if we need more chain, then we have it to put on the next section. So we'll get a jump ring. Put this one on. Skip a loop, put the chain on. Then we want 1, 2, crystal, 1, 2. You come up here. Da, da, da. So again, we're going to take this one off. Not sure we're going to have enough crystals made up to do our whole piece here. We'll find out here in a minute. So there's number 2 in place. We'll skip one and go over to here. Take our crystal out. And we already have run out of crystals. So yes, we're going to need to put these crystals we're taking out here into the middle here. So let's get you out here. Oop, go right there. Now we're going to hook this one in and we're going to see where we need to put those crystals in because we are going to need those in. Okay, so we skip one, go to the next one here. Okay, so this was our last crystal in place. So we need one after this. We need those 2 to finish up this strand, which means we're going to need another 3 as we to finish up our loops coming up this way. So off you go. On you go. Open you up right here. And I believe it's right here where we're going to break this at. Yes, it is. So we take this one open right here. Now we're going to need to do 3 more up to 3 more crystals up so we can finish the chain to go around our loops here. So this has to come up here. Okay, bye, Jan. So we'll get 3 more crystals out and 3 more hooks out, and we'll put this next section together. Then we'll probably put the hanging chain in place before we call it a day. Don't know what my daughter is watching, but it has a pretty darn loud laugh track going. 2, 3, open here. Okay, then we need to take this off right here because this is where we're going to connect to the top. So we need to get our jump rings here and connect this up. Okay, so now we have 4 skirted pieces hanging down. We're going to bring another one through here to go down to here and to hang our big crystal on. And we need to put our chains up to hold it, to make our holder. I'm not sure if I have enough of this to do my drop chain. Well, I probably will if I put the crystals in. So I'll have to put the crystals into this chain, this remaining chain, and then we will we'll put it into to our sun catcher. I'm not going to do that today. We're going to put that aside and work on that to finish this one up tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we can finish it tomorrow, but I am going to put our hanging chains on the top here right now so we can hang it up while it sits here. So I'm going to use not that same chain we used yesterday. I thought I'd found the chain I wanted to use here. Let's see. Bronze. That's the gold one, like what I want, but it's not the silver one that I want. So This is the silver, but I'm not sure we have enough. We'll have to check. Not enough for the whole thing, no. Let's see if I have some more of this. I should have some more of this somewhere. But if I can't find some more, I will just use a different style of chain as opposed to this one. Though I do like this one. Well, let's see if we go. Oh, I may have just enough. Let's see. Round, square, oval. That would be where we'd cut it. Okay. Round, oval right here. Round, oval right here. Round, oval. I think I'm going to have just enough for what it's not going to be a long chain up, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to come so it will come together. So let's get some more of our, actually these ones might be too big. We may need to switch to, yeah, they are. So the problem with this chain is the little connectors are very, very small. So what you need to do is you need to double link it with a tinky tot to go in through it, and then a bigger one to hook it. There you go. Oop. Well, now that was interesting. I had the opening inside my pliers on the very edge without realizing it, and then when I tried to open it, it snapped it. Now we'll skip this opening. That's the one going down. And then we'll go with right here. That's the one going down. So the next one will go right here. The last one will go here. Now I need to get the ring, and then we'll bring these up to the ring, and we'll have to again double jump ring them with the little jump ring and the big one to hold it onto the ring. So I'm going to go get the ring. I'll be right back. Now, I've got these rings I got from Bargain Bead Box, but you can use any ring up here because it's just for holding your chains and holding it up. And depending on how you hang it, it can also be your hanger. So I know that on one of these, the very first one we did, I think I already put, yeah, there it is right there. I've already put the first jump ring on. So okay, there's the first one on. Now we got to get the other ones prepped and put on. So they need the little one first and then the big one. Two on. So now we got to get these other two chains prepped and on. Need one more jump ring. Oops, come here, you. Three down, one to go. Oh, thank you. Okay, what have we got going on up here? I think I may have put one of these in the wrong place. We'll see. Yeah, I've got going backwards here, right here. So we'll take one of these off and move it to the other side. Oop. Well, heck, what did I do here? There we go. Oh, stop. What are you doing to me here? Okay. Ta-da. Okay, next step is to do the middle section, which we're not going to do today because it's getting on in time. So let's turn up. What else am I going to use? Well, that's a good question. We will decide that as we go along here. So what we've got so far is the loops going down. So now the next thing is we're going to hook some chain down and it's going to come down to the bottom here. And then I have to then the decision has to be made. Am I just going to put a big crystal down there at the bottom of the chains? Or are we going to add some more beads? Like there is moss agate in our bin here, and we could use that, or any of our other stones that came into our kit. So here's what we've got so far. And let's come here, you. This one's getting a little heavy. Here is our bird one. When we get that last strand done, we'll bring it together down here at the bottom. Then we'll put our big leaf and things in like we have right here, the leaf and the bird. And we might even add, well, if I have enough line left, we might add all the birds there, one stacked right after the other one, so that they like red, blue, yellow, so that they come down in quite a line here. So here is This yellow bird doesn't want to hang straight, I don't think. We'll get it to though. So this is the one we were working on originally with our birds and our flowers and our leaves. But like I say, we can't finish that one till my new red birds come in. Then we've got this baby that we're working on right now. And I'm trying to decide if I want to just use the chain again, the rosary chain that we have for our loops, to go down into the middle. I may do that, or if I may add more crystal to it as we go down, and not use the rosary chain at all. I might use just some of the other beads that are in the kit, like the moss agate and bronzite and stuff, and just bring it down. But that decision is yet to be made. So we'll make that decision tomorrow, because that's when we'll go back to working on this baby. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. We've been making sun catchers, and I hope you enjoyed making those with me. And so then we will make the decision tomorrow on how much more we're going to add to this to go down through our middle, which is of course right here. We also could, if we wanted to, I think the loops are big enough here. I'd have to test them. But if they are, we could do just a little strand coming down sideways too, from where the chain is sitting at, and come down and just have dangles. So all kinds of things we can still do with this thing, but we will make some of those decisions tomorrow when we come back at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, I also was going to mention, some of the ladies have said that, hey, hit the like, it's free. It is, and I seriously appreciate it when you guys do hit the like. It's very helpful for me and my site's algorithm. And so if you do, that's wonderful. I appreciate it. Also, I do have a membership. It's $4.99 a month, and we have an extra live video for you guys every week. So, well, except for I didn't do one on Thanksgiving and a few times when I haven't been sick, but in general, there is an extra video. I generally record a video for Saturday morning, and when I do that, the members get it as soon as I finish editing it and upload it, so they don't have to wait at all. So anyway, there are those perks if you want to do that. And it's been nice seeing everybody. We're going to go off now, and Heather will be on in half an hour on TT's Trinkets and Treasures. So I'll see you over there. Well, bye-bye, everybody.